Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot. I'm just setting this up. Sorry, I'm using my phone, so it's a bit different. Right, I'm going to wait until some people come on, just to make sure that the connection is cool and that everybody can hear me all right before I go off on it and waste my time and everybody else's. So, a lot of people have been saying that they haven't been getting notifications. So as you're coming in, can you please let me know that you're there, and then I know everything is working accordingly. Hey April, how are you? Yeah, people are starting to come in now. This is great. You got a notification, great. Hi Janet, hi CJ. I've just gone really, really hot when I've came on here there. So I don't know what all that is about, but we have this solar eclipse energy, which has been absolutely crazy this week. I don't know if anybody else has been feeling it. So I'm going to just give it another couple of seconds, let more people come on, and then hi Terry, and then I'll start. Hi Magic, yay! Everybody's coming on there. It's always scary when I do these lives. So can everybody see me okay? Is the connection all right? And you can hear me okay. It's like I say, I'm using my phone now. The connection seems to be better on that. So right, okay. Now, before I start, I just want to mention something. Those that are on my social media will have seen a little bit about this. Um, as most of you know, I've stopped doing readings for the moment. Okay, this is where I'm being pushed in another direction. So what I am going to be offering, I'm going to be offering a 6-month package, kind of intuitive coaching with me, where I'm only taking a few people on because I want to be able to give everything to this. This is kind of, I'm so excited about it because this is kind of my life's work all rolled into one. And during this 6 months, we're going to be diving deep. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be so worth it because all of the tools that I use within my life, a lot of you have followed my journey, you know, and every time I find something, you know, that is kind of beneficial, then I like to pass this on. So this will be, it'll run over 30 weeks. It will be one-to-one with me, an hour a week for 3 weeks, and then a week of integration with it. I'm also speaking to other therapists, so there will be an RTT session with it, which those of you that watch my videos know that I've had huge benefits, life-changing benefits from RTT, and I've spoke to the facilitator of that, and she is prepared to come on board, which I'm so excited about because I mean it's a mixture of hypnotherapy, psychotherapy, cognitive behavior, and regression as well, and it has been so beneficial in my life, so I want to offer that. Everybody will get a human design reading and get that explained to them as well. An astrology reading as well with my astrologer. So this is the biggie. By the time you end this, you're going to be a different person. It is going to be life-changing. And like I say, I am so excited to offer it. So it's going to be towards the end of this month where I'm going to be asking people to apply. If you are interested to get on the waiting list, please send me an email at info@lovebuddhatarot.com and I will add you to the list, and as soon as everything is sorted, then you will be notified before it actually goes proper public and gets advertised. So right, okay, that's it, the business side out of the way. So today, solar eclipse and the moon in Gemini. So Gemini is this sign that I struggle with a lot. Um, I don't know why, you know, but I really do. I think it's because it's very heady, and anybody that knows me knows I'm a feeler, not kind of a thinker. But this energy of this solar eclipse, I really feel is very powerful. It's going to be, this is a biggie for us. I mean, I feel this is going to be the biggest one this year. But it's like, I really feel we're on the precipice, okay? When I tune into the energies, you know, when I'm being spoken to from spirit, we are in very bizarre times. You know, things are changing massively. And I know we've had this last year of, you know, all of the uproar and everything like that. But now it's almost like the energy of the world has changed, okay? And it's about adapting to that. Now, I don't know if any of you have noticed this, but what I'm finding is things are happening very, very quick. It's almost like that veil is very thin, okay? So the connection between our spiritual self and our human self is kind of now, it's like, it's you know, it's like, who am I, you know, which one am I? And also things are happening so quickly, you know, with healings and everything. Now this new moon are about setting intentions, okay? We know that. But with this being the solar eclipse as well, it's really got a light shone on it. You know, it's given us a lot of power. We've got Mercury and the sun and the moon all together there. So what we've got to do with this is we're being kind of supercharged. So what I want to say at this moment in time is be very aware, okay? These are the two words I got from Spirit this morning before I sat down to do this. Awareness and choice, okay? So we've got to be careful of our choices, or not be careful, we've got to be sure of our choices and make sure they're coming from the right place, and we have to have an awareness. Now this awareness is basically coming from the self, okay? Because the world is happening around us, yet people say you're not the center of the universe, and I kind of think, no, I am the center of my own universe, because if I'm not working correctly, then my outer won't work. You know, this is all about doing the work inside to see it on the external, rather than having the externals and then that affecting the inside, if that makes sense. So what I'm being told about this this time, and this is going to last for the next 6 months at least, okay? So like I say, this is a biggie. This is telling us to be the gatekeeper of our mind, okay? We choose what goes in there. We choose, you know, what we let in there. And it's like, if your name's not down, then you're not coming in, okay? I've had this personally this week. I've had a pretty tough week. You know, a lot of people have energetically, and you know, it's. I know that it's for the right thing. I was working with my coach this week, and we were talking about forgiveness, and I had to write a message to somebody who pretty much hurt me the most in my life. But for the first time, I acknowledged where they were. I actually seen where they were coming from to actually do what they did. And in this letter, I acknowledged that. I acknowledged where I was coming from at the time as well, which I was in a place of massive fear, and I was looking to this person for support. They were obviously in their own place as well. So what I'd done, I acknowledged both of the places where we were, and I offered forgiveness, deep forgiveness from the bottom of my heart, and also gratitude for the lessons I learned within that. Okay, now it was a heavy thing to do, but wow, the releasing of that was amazing, because what Spirit had said to me was, if I am holding anything in my heart, any resentment, any hate, anything like that, it is stopping my heart from being fully full, you know? So I had to remove that. It's almost like you remove that, there's baby, remove that cancer, or remove that block that is in there, okay? Now, like I say, very, very energetically exhausting to do it, but absolutely amazing. And this is what this is saying, you know, about this. I mean, I had, when I'm saying, you know, be the gatekeeper of your mind, 2 days ago, I'd just done this thing. I was exhausted. I tried to sleep. I hadn't slept that much. And in the morning, I had 3 messages before 7 o'clock from people, you know, people I know, people I love, just saying like, oh, Tanya, can you have a look at this for me, please? Can you have a look at that? And what I realized is I am expending so many energies, so much energy on this, just have a look at that and have a look at that I'm actually getting depleted, okay? So what this is asking us to do, You're not going crazy, Tanya. You know, it's just the energies are crazy and we're needing to adapt with them. So what this is asking us to do is really, really set them boundaries. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's a loved one or whatever. It's we need to look after us first. As they say, put your own oxygen mask on first, because if you're not looking after you, then nobody else is going to. And if we've got to get through these times and we've got to ride that wave, and it's going to be a tough one, you know, we need to be in our full power and we need to be charged up energetically. So what is happening is we are getting mentally exhausted, okay? This mental energy that's going on is causing exhaustion. Now, we don't have to run marathons or whatever to be exhausted. The stuff that goes on in our mind on a daily basis, from waking up, our brain is in gear, okay? And we often aren't even aware of our thoughts or how much energy we're expelling into them. Also, when we're sleeping, I don't know if anybody's been having mad dreams, but the dreams are so sharp at the moment. So we're not even getting the rest in that way. So what we've got to do is be very, very careful on what we are taking in or what we are allowing in, okay? What we've got to ask ourselves is, does this light me up, okay? Or does this drain me? If it lights you up, stay with it. That is where you're going to get recharged. It's like when we go out for a day in the sun and we feel amazing afterwards. You know, if we're getting drained, then that is telling you that that is something that doesn't need to be in your life. It's almost like that quote: if it doesn't bring you an income, inspiration, or an orgasm, then it doesn't belong in your life. And this is kind of very the energy of this solar eclipse. So when we feel alive, when we're energized and we're feeling alive, this is a real good indicator to say that is when we're living. That is something, whatever you're doing when you're feeling alive, keep doing that, because that is something that is really, really gonna help you. It's gonna help you recharge. It's gonna help you get to the person that you're meant to be. If it's not, if you're feeling drained doing anything, if it's not lighting you up, if it's becoming heavy, that is telling you, change tracks, you're on the wrong track. You know, change tracks, get onto something that is bringing you joy and bringing you energetic feelings of kind of energy as well, where you're feeling fired up rather than actually drained. Now, I wanted to talk here about energy as well, because energy is to be given, not taken, okay? So it's almost like when I was saying, you know, I had these 3 phone calls. It's energy is like, you know, if I'm feeling good and I'm feeling really, really good, and people that know me know the amount of times I do readings for free and things like that, you know, I like to give back, but I can only do that when I have enough energy to give. So when I have that, it's like, yeah, I've got some energy. I've got some spare. Would you like that? And I'm offering it. Rather than somebody saying to me, you've got really good energy, I want some of that. Can you see the difference in that? One is coming from a place of taking, one is from a place of giving. So I met somebody a couple of weeks ago on this island, and I got introduced to them, and they'd obviously heard about me, and I said, hi, nice to meet you, and they said, I want you to do me a reading. Now that was the first thing they'd done. I felt the energy, you know, and that actually kind of verified to me that I wouldn't be reading for that person. You know, that is it. I don't like when that comes. So, you know, it could have been very different had the dialogue been different as well. So a lot of times if somebody phones me with a problem or something's going on in their life, I'll say, would you like me to have a look at that for you? I ask permission. You know, I say I'm willing to do that. I'm opening up them lines of communication, rather than somebody saying, have a look at that for me, Tanya. Now, obviously, I'm talking on a personal level here, but I hope you can relate within your life as well, you know, because we need to learn to say no. We need to learn to say no with ease. That is the only way we're going to protect our energy. And at bed, I couldn't answer the phone. I didn't even have the energy to speak to somebody. I was completely depleted. So when we're working with energy, we need to keep that balance. There needs to be an exchange. And even if that exchange is an appreciation, you know, I really value what you do. I really value you as part of my life. You know, stuff like that. That is when it becomes beautifully balanced here. Now, being a seer, which I always laugh when I use that word because it reminds me of some old like Gandalf or something like that. But being a seer, I see energy. Okay, I see it. I see it. I see intent. I see the intent behind the actions. I see the intent behind the words, even if they're completely different to what is actually being presented to me. So, I mean, this is part of my human design. It's part of my astrology chart. It's one of my gifts or maybe curses. So somebody can be saying something to me and I'm like, that's not exactly what they're saying. And what I found with this is what they're saying and what they're doing is often not matching their energy. And energy is very much used unconsciously with people, I feel. So when we are conscious, it means to be aware, as I mentioned before, awareness. It's to be aware, it's to be aware of our thoughts, okay? The thoughts we're putting into our own mind. It's to be aware of our words, it's to be aware of our actions. It's to be aware of our presence and our essence and how that is received in every interaction that we have with other people. So all of this stuff is the energy we are putting into this world. Now, a lot of times it will fire back to us, or it can completely change a situation or heal a situation. So it's being aware of what we are putting out. As I say, they say our words are spells. Be careful what you say, because once you've said that, or once you've thought that, energetically, that's you're putting something into the world. So it's try and make it clean, keep it clean at all times as well. So this is not just how we interact with others, it's how we interact with ourselves. How many times have you said, oh God, I'm stupid, oh, I'm just, I'm a goon, I'm this. I say that all the time and then it's like, no, I'm not. I might be a bit ditzy at times, but that is part of my personality. So I'm not going to actually give myself a name that is quite derogative because of that, because that will actually, sink in somewhere. There's something within my body, on a somatic level that will hear that and remember the times that that has been said to me in a negative sense, and my body will react accordingly. Okay, so like I say, our body remembers what our mind forgets. Okay, so when we're saying these words that could be negative or self-depreciating, is that the word? Try and remember the time when that was said to us and how we felt there. So it's almost like I say, be the gatekeeper of your own mind, but also of yourself as well. Now, what I feel as well is that energy is like a magnet. We can attract or we can repel with it. So, if something is not going our way, then maybe look at what energy we were putting into that. And has it made somebody step back? Because as I said with this girl, I want a reading from you. I want you to read for me. Straight away, I recoiled. I was open to meet her, and then straight away I shut down. Because it's right, my energy is getting taken here. Somebody is willing to take it. They're showing me that. I need to protect myself, so I step back rather than step forward. So this is what we need to remember with our energy as well. A lot of times waiting to be invited will get us more places than gate crashing ever will. Okay, I mean, everybody goes, yeah, I'm going to be a gate crasher, I'm going to go there. But if you turn up with an invite, you're going to get straight through that door. So this is asking us, this solar eclipse tonight is asking, today, is asking us, to make sure that our energy and our intention is clean within every interaction, okay, even with ourselves. It's talking as well about integrity and authenticity, because Gemini is about truth, okay? And this is it, and it's really asking us to look at the cold, hard truth over this next coming, this next couple of months, this next couple of weeks, this next 6 months or whatever. And integrity, if we think of the word integrity, it's like integrity, they're showing me there, it's getting down in the dirt. But integrity is how we integrate within the world or within our surroundings as well. And we have to take full responsibility and accountability for how we are showing up. Okay, this is it. It's nobody else's fault. If we're blaming or whatever all of the time, that is not right. We need to, take accountability. As I've said, I got these messages the other day. I've got to see where that comes from because of all of the years of me people pleasing and, just being there going, yeah, I'm open, take what you want. This is a free shop. That is it. That was my responsibility. I have to acknowledge that other people don't realize that I've now, hold on, the rules have changed in a way. So that is integrity, how we are integrating into society. Authenticity is when we are fully ourselves, when our actions and our words align, when we are coming from that place of deep truth within us, when we are authentically aligned, when what we're saying, what we're feeling, what we're doing is actually all in unison. They're all in line here. So what this solar eclipse is asking us to do as well is look at truths, okay? Look at truths where we currently are. And this is where we've got to get really, really honest with ourselves, okay? We can brag and whatever, these affirmations, I am enough, I am wonderful, blah, blah, blah. They're just words unless you actually embody it. So this is where we are going to get called out. We're going to get called out on our own bullshit with this solar eclipse. But this is good because this is giving us a starting point. Sometimes we've got to go back in order to go forward. And this is what it's saying. If we look at the Gemini symbol, it's like two eyes, okay? Now, first of all, we say with Gemini, I have 2 eyes to see, 2 ears to listen, and 1 mouth to process. So it's taken in that side, this side, and actually forming this neutral opinion with us. At this moment in time, the world is so like this. It's everybody. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. Blah, blah, blah. That's how it's going on. We are never going to progress with that, even if we're doing this ourselves. So this is where we need to step back from being righteous. We need to step back from being judgmental, and we need to be in our truth. And if somebody's truth doesn't align with ours, then that's fine. We respect their truth. We don't try and sway them or say that we're wrong, because that is not that's counterproductive. That's not going to help us in any way. So when we're looking at this Gemini, again, as I said, 2 eyes. And this 2 eyes is who we are as well. Because there's the I that we think we are, okay? And there's this I that we are like, yeah, I'm this, I've got all this sorted and whatever. And there's the I that we really are. That I that we really are is somebody who probably feels vulnerable, somebody who probably feels pissed off, somebody who has inner resentments that they don't voice them. So this is it, where we're really being asked to go, is the person I am presenting to the world the same person that is actually internal? So is my internal matching my external? If it's not, then you are not in alignment. And what this solar eclipse is going to show us is where we need to merge the two, okay? Where we need to form that union within ourselves. Now, as I'm doing that, my hands are like that, and they're so tight, it's almost like I'm praying. So if you've been praying for a sign, this is it, okay? What you need to do is merge these two, the outer and the inner, within you, and make sure that they are in unison, and that is when you will get into alignment. So the person that we think we are might not be who we truly are, and this is where we've got to really look at ourselves. But if we're looking at ourselves in this way, we need to do it from a place of non-judgment. We can't judge ourselves if we haven't been doing what we maybe could have done or should have done. What we need to do then is look back at our life and say that we are a product of all of the things that have happened to us. And this is why we work in the way that we do, because we're all coming from a place of fear, of feeling that we aren't loved. And this is all we want, really. We want love. That is the answer to everything. So when we are looking at this, we've got to take responsibility for where we're at, because if we don't see exactly where we're at now, we cannot see where we're going to go. We cannot see where we've been. Okay, so this is it. Please be honest with yourself at this time, and you will see that it is very, very rewarding. But don't beat yourself up with it, okay? Spirit told me the other day that as we do healing And healings are happening very quick now. You know, what would have once put me in bed for like 2 months is like gone in 2 hours. You know, it's coming. And this is because I'm more open. I'm letting it come. I'm not restricting it. I'm not trying to manipulate or control it. I'm allowing whatever comes up to pass through me. Okay? And this is it. When we have no resistance, this is when we can kind of, you know, we can evolve quicker. When we resist, whatever we're trying to resist is persistent. Okay? So, sorry, I hope this is making sense. I'm getting really, really hot here. So yeah, this is what this is asking us to do, okay? And this is where we can step into our power, when we can own it, every single part of us, even the parts we might not like, okay? We recognize them as being something that comes from our old conditioning, okay? And once we have this awareness of it, then we can start to understand it, then we can start to review it, and then we can start to release it. So this is what this is asking us. We can't go back to the way we were. Now this solar eclipse has taken us back 20 years. You know, 20 years, 10 years, all of this. We're really, really going to be faced with our full truth. Anything that we feel shame or guilt about, we've got to embrace that. We've got to speak to it. We've got to say, I'm sorry. I like, forgive me, Father, I know not what I was doing. You know, because we were all coming from a different place then. And this is the part of evolution. This is the beauty of evolution, when we can look back and we can learn from that. And we can also see how far we have evolved as well. So, like I say, it's not going to be an easy one, but it's going to be so, so beneficial, you know. We're going to, when we are in our authentic self, we can have the conversations without putting blame on somebody. We can have the conversations with people, and we can consciously connect with them. You know, we can speak our truth and not be swayed if somebody doesn't agree with that, because when we're that rooted in our own truth, that is who we are, you know. So that is our truth, and nobody can sway that. So this is what it's asking us to do, this solar eclipse, okay? And the harder it's going to be is the harder you don't do the work, okay? Because this is, as I keep saying, the work that I do and the work that I'm going to be doing on this course with people, it's not hard work, it's heart work, okay? And Spirit said to me the other day that we're not shedding parts of us when we're healing, okay? What we're doing is we're shedding parts that aren't us. We're shedding parts that were actually stuck onto us. You know, it's almost like I'm getting this figure there, and then all this conditioning goes on and on and on and on like that. So when we're healing, we're not getting rid of any part of us. We're actually just stripping away the layers that society, life, family, partners, whatever, have all put onto us, because everything that we put up as a protection is a reaction to somehow how we've been treated. Okay, so it's about peeling off these layers and being raw and being vulnerable, but being there in our total truth. Okay, so does anybody have any questions about that? Because that's what I feel this solar eclipse is, and then I'm going to go into the readings. Any questions, anybody? Is that landing for anybody? Is anybody getting that? Yeah, everybody's quiet. And can we click that like button as well? Any tips on protecting energy? Yeah, I would say one of the best tips is, if it doesn't feel right, don't go near it. You know, don't go near it. That's what we've got to do. You know, we've got to trust our gut in this. And yeah, my aunt always calls you to boost her mood. But how do you feel after being with your aunt? How do you feel after being with your aunt? Do you feel energized as well, or do you feel drained? Because this is it. When we're shining, people see that light. They want to bask in it. They want to feel good with it. But we need to see how we feel after it, and then limit what we're given. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. You know, it's not just, oh yeah, people feel good. I mean, God, I get messages every single day of people saying, you know, that I'm inspiration. Thank you for doing my work. And I love that. You know, I really, really love that. But it's like I cannot go out and give to the world if I haven't got anything myself. So this is why I'm so protective with my energy. You know, I clear a lot. Every morning when I'm in the shower, I imagine it, because you know, people don't know about psychic debris. And, you know, imagine if you didn't get washed for what, years? Imagine the smell, and this happens with psychic energy. So when I'm in the shower, I imagine the water is like white light, and it's coming down and it's taking everything away from me, and then it goes down the plug hole. It was James Van Prague that taught me that many years ago, you know, when I worked with him, which was beautiful. And now I trust my gut. I say no. You know, even if at one time I would have been scared of offending somebody, you know, or what will they think? But if they think bad of me saying no, then that only shows me that they were benefiting from me not having boundaries. You know, so it's like I say, looking after the self is not selfish, it's selfless. Because you can only go out into the world and do what you're meant to do if you look after yourself first. You know, and when you see yourself as a precious commodity, you realize that you have to look after that. You know, you have to look after that with so much care. Okay? So, you know, we've got to go within. We've got to go within, Tanya. You know, if we don't go within, we go without. Sorry, that's what they've just said to me there. You know, if we don't go within, we go without. We actually rob ourselves and others from getting the gift of us being in this universe and being in this world. Okay? So this is where we've got to be. It's boundaries like a motherfucker. Okay? I'm sorry for saying that, but that's it. When we have boundaries like that, we are showing that we care for ourselves, and we are giving compassion for ourselves and also the other people as well, because we're not enabling them then. You know, we're not enabling them. We want to empower them. So we have to kind of be the example. And when people see that, they might not like it at first because they're that used to it being the way it was. My mother used to say to me, if you lie on the floor with welcome on your head, people will walk all over you. You know, so that's it. It's like, you know, not everybody is welcome now. Not everybody is welcome now, you know. It's like I say, there's layers to how you can get almost like a concert, you know. There's like the seats right up in the back, and then there's the seats at the front, and then there's the VIP passes to get backstage, you know. But all of this is for my security. So if you think of it like a concert, you know, that's why we have security at a concert, because people would jump on the stage and they would claw that person that they love or they admire or whatever. They would claw them to bits if they could, you know, because they just want a piece of them. And this is where we've got to have this kind of security. We've got to have our bouncers around us, you know. So, yeah, it's a biggie. It's a real biggie, this one. But it is essential. Exactly, and don't feel guilty for saying no. It will be hard at first, but your body and your energy will thank you for it. You will realize how better you feel by doing that, you know, and you will realize that better things come to you as well, because this solar eclipse is saying anything that is not in truth, that doesn't have awareness, that doesn't have integrity, you know, and that isn't a choice that you have made, is going to be taken away. That's it. It is going to be taken away. And let it go. Don't grasp it, because it is not for you. So anything that happens over this solar eclipse, you know, that is taken away from you, know that it didn't have solid roots. It wasn't solid footing. It would have probably bit you on the arse eventually had that actually stayed, okay? So this is it. The universe is not wanting to put us through the ringer just to be an arsehole, you know. It's doing it because it wants our evolution. Our soul wants our evolution. Our soul is sick of going, God, what are they doing now? You know, our soul wants to be free. And this is what I am teaching within this course that I'm doing, you know, how to set your spirit and your soul free, and how to get introduced to the true you. Because if you don't know you, how the hell are you going to introduce yourself to anybody else? So, that's it. God, it is so warm here, so warm. Now, please excuse me, I'm covered in mosquito bites. The mosquitoes absolutely adore me here. You know, they don't understand this energy. They really, really don't. So, right, what I'm going to do today, and I hope you don't mind, because my energy isn't at full, you know, I'm probably 50%. I tried to do the video yesterday and just literally had nothing. So what I'm going to do for the signs for this solar eclipse and new moon is I'm going to do earth, air, fire, water. If that's okay, I will go back to doing all of the signs after that in the next videos, but I really, really need to conserve my energy at this moment, and I honestly don't think that I could get through all of the 12 signs, today, because I don't know, God, I don't know what this, something is heating up here, absolutely heating up. So I'm going to have a couple of seconds, and like I say, if anybody has any questions, please, please type them there. I've got my little Harold and Maude cup. It's my favourite. Harold and Maude really boosts me. It's my favourite movie. And this week I've been drinking hot chocolate. I've been, you know, there's really been this inner child soothing that's needed this week, you know. But it's been so nice to be able to do that. Yeah, boundaries are healthy. They're not mean, and they're healthy for both sides as well, even though one side might not actually see that, you know. And like I say, what we often do is we put walls up, okay? We don't need walls. We just need fences to say, right, okay, you can step over that now. You know, I allow you. I am giving you permission to step over that, okay? Rather than putting a wall up, because putting a wall up blocks ourselves off as well. And we need connection. We need this in order to boost us as well. So connection is very important. So right, I'm going to look at earth signs first, I feel. And come on, everybody, click that like button as well. We're halfway with it. So right, earth signs for this solar eclipse energy. Be your own hero, I've just been told of, I don't know if that's for earth signs or just in general, but I would take that as in general. Right, okay, so earth signs, what do we have here? What is this energy? Thank you, Small Wildflowers. I love your name, you know, because I picture this like, I picture this field with poppies and bluebells and everything, you know, like a wild garden. I absolutely love them, like these overgrown gardens, and whenever I see your name, that's what I picture, so thank you for that. And I mean, here I'm in the middle of the rainforest. This house is in the middle of the rainforest, so it's beautiful, some of the trees and everything like that. But you also get all of the beasties as well. And I went in the shower yesterday morning, and a frog decided to join me in the shower, which I was like, really? But yeah, I thought it was so funny. And speaking of frogs, the other day I was like I say, my inner child wanted something, so I made Toad in the Hole, and the people here hadn't heard of it before, and they were like, "What?" You know, when I was saying to them, they actually thought it was toads, but they really liked it. So yeah, I've brought Yorkshire pudding to Brazil. Right, okay, so earth signs. I'm really liking this for you, earth signs, right? Okay, so what this is saying is this is a time for you to, it's almost like I'm putting one foot down. You know, like the giant in Jack and the Beanstalk, where it's like fee, fi, fo, fum. And you know, this is what I'm feeling for this, for earth signs. It's putting your foot down, being solid. I'm getting this real strength coming in. Like I say, when I'm singing this, I'm singing a giant. So if you think of the power and the stance of a giant, this is what I'm getting. Now, what they're saying is that earth signs have a lot of creative energy that I feel has just been going round and round internally with them, okay? So if earth signs, if you're feeling very drained at this moment, it's because you haven't got an outlet for this energy. This energy is just, you know, and it's taking you a lot of energy to actually process this. So it's almost like I'm feeling like this washing machine within this internal. But it's all this creative energy. It's all this fire, okay? Now, some earth signs, this is interesting what they're saying here. Some earth signs could be having problems with their joints, with their bones, with their muscles, feeling not that good, right? What they're saying is this is inflammation that is coming from this fire that is not being allowed a release. So it's almost like you're kind of burning yourself out, you know? It's yeah, like this motor is just going like that and no release with it. So what this is saying is find this outlet. Find an outlet for your creativity. Your neck is bad. Magic I have had, honestly, the last 4 days, my neck has been excruciating. I mean, really to the point of almost tears. And there's so many people I've spoke to that have. Notice which side it's on, they're saying, because whatever side it's on is telling you that is where you need to support yourself with it. That's interesting. So is Gemini the neck as well, CJ? That's interesting as well. So mine is on my right side, and this, I feel exactly like what I'm saying here with these earth signs, is this is about our drive and our passion. And are we going after what we need? You know, are we sitting back and playing small? Are we too much in this care and healer side as earth signs? Or are we, you know, getting this fire, which we all have in us, you know, just some are stronger than others. But are we allowing that to go out? Because if we're suffering burnout, it's because we're not going in the direction of our dreams, they're saying there. So what this is saying here, oh God, I've just got shivers right the way down me. What they're saying here is, earth signs, stop being martyrs, okay? Stop being martyrs, earth signs. This is a time to dive deep into your shadows, because that is where you will find the magic of who you are, okay? There's something there that needs to be pulled out. And when you pull that out, that is your prize. That is where you go. Now, earth signs, what I'm getting here as well, oof, I'm really wanting to shake free here. Sorry, I hate it when they take, well, I don't hate it, but when they take over my body and make me do stuff. I feel there is a lot of issues coming up with earth signs connected to the mother, okay? Connected to the mother, or where you weren't mothered in the way that you would have liked to have been, or the way that you could have been, or the way that you should have been, okay? It was out of balance. Maybe your mother or mother figure was out of balance, okay? Maybe there was addiction here, this is saying. What they're saying to you here is, over this solar eclipse, is look at the truth. Look at the cold, hard truth. Look at it from an outsider. Okay, when my mother was killed in an accident, and when we had to go to the inquest a few months later, I was shocked at how blunt it was. There was no, like, you know, before that, the police, the doctors had all been with me, yeah, blah, 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 and they'd all been very soft and caring and nurturing. When I went to the inquest, it was cold, hard facts. This is what happened. This is the injury she sustained. Blah, blah, blah. And I was so shocked that they were, wow, they're not taking that time to care. But it wasn't about care. It was about facts, okay? And this is what I feel that they're saying here. The work that needs to be done for earth signs is connected to the feminine or the mother, and it's actually about being fully truthful, okay? When we do this, that is where this outlet is going to come for this fire energy that is burning us out inside. When we can look at the past and make peace with it, this is when we can actually almost have this rebirth of starting our life again without that, okay? So we have to be the authority for ourselves here. This isn't about us stepping back and being alone and going into hermit mode. This is about us stepping back and seeing that, you know what, I have been caged, almost like Tinkerbell. I've put myself in this cage of light, but I haven't allowed myself to proper shine. And that is because of something in the past connected to do with the feminine, I feel. And any ones that are feeling restless, any earth signs that are feeling restless, this is this creative energy that is wanting to burst forth, okay? It's like stitch up them wounds. Don't sit being a victim or a martyr with these wounds anymore. You actually use whatever pain you've endured to propel you forward. And do this in a creative way. This is what this solar eclipse is going to show you. It's going to show you where you self-sabotage. Oh, God, I'm getting goosebumps all over. It's going to show you where you self-sabotage. It's going to show you where you are the creator of your own anxiety as well, by just going around these stuff and not letting it out. If you have something to say to somebody as well, have that conversation, okay? Because that conversation will free you. But remember, you do this from a place of love, not a place of blame. Okay, you do this from a place of self-love and love for the other, because if your inner child was hurt, that other person's inner child was hurt as well. So like I say, this isn't the blame, and this isn't the blaming the mother or the lover or whatever like that. This is you owning your part, letting them own their part, and bringing the balance back in. Okay, so I really, really love that for earth signs. I'm going to pull a spirit card for you as well and see what this says. There you go, new direction. Look at that heart glowing there. Look at that. And it says, life may seem like a whirlwind at the moment, yet there is a divine order to the present circumstance. What may appear as chaos is often angelic forces of the universe at work. After the storm clears, you will be steered in a new direction, a time of renewed health, joy, and abundance. So there you go. This is taking your power back, earth signs. So, right, okay, that was a good one. And now I'm going to do water, okay? So water is next. Right, so this is water signs. There was a random dog behind you there. That's Bebby. Bebby's mom's away at the moment, so she's here. And Bebby's beautiful. She's only got one tooth. She's like 16. And yeah, she just doesn't know what to do with herself. She's all restless because her mom's not here, so she keeps lying outside of my door. So I had the other night, I had her scratching at the door to be in. Then the cat came to my window and was banging on the window about 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I ended up with a cat and a dog in my room. God, it's so warm. Right, so this is for water signs, okay? What is this solar eclipse for water signs? All right, water signs. I feel relationships are going to be highlighted for you, okay? Relationships this is where it is coming out. Ah, right, okay. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Right, okay. So I feel with water signs here, okay? I feel the truth could come out around relationships. Now, as this is happening, I'm getting a real cold draft of air coming from somewhere. I don't know where this is coming. So I feel like this is going to be a bit of a breath of fresh air for you, even though it might be a little bit tumultuous. Is that a word? That's kind of what they're showing me here. So what is being highlighted for water signs with this solar eclipse is where you have chosen relationships as a form of safety. So where you have been in safe rather than in love. Where you have mistaken being safe for love as well. Because what this is saying here is that I feel some cancer, sorry, I don't know why I said cancer there. This may be for cancer. I know I'm doing water, but this cancer came out there. I feel some water signs. It's almost like they can choose, or they may have chosen in the past, some quite controlling partners, okay? Partners that tell them what to do. Partners that make the rules and they've got to follow them. And what they're saying is any relationships that have been out of balance whether they were in the past or now, are going to be highlighted with this solar eclipse. There is old pain, I feel heart pain, that needs to come out and be addressed, okay? Now, don't worry, this isn't heart attack, anything like that. This is old wounds that need to come out. And I feel that what is happening and what is going to happen with this is where you can see that you may have thought about somebody or thought a situation was very different to how it was. Even though you knew it wasn't right, you kept your, almost like the three wise monkeys, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. You didn't want to hear it, you didn't want to say it, you didn't want to see it, okay? This is almost megaphone to the ear, ripping that blindfold off and making you see things as they are, not how you have perceived them to be in the past. And I feel some of you will know this, there might be a little bit uncomfortableness when I'm actually talking about this. But what they're wanting you to see is how you have showed up within these relationships, how you have been the one that has been the one that other people can rely on when you may not have been able to rely on them, okay? And what this solar eclipse is wanting to do, it's almost like wanting to put a rocket up your butt here, and it's wanting you to rise like this phoenix from the ashes. So where you have been burned or where your heart has been burned, this is wanting you to actually use this as fuel within your current or future relationships, okay? When they are not balanced, then you are not in balance. So this is asking you to find this fire again with you. It's all about fire, this. To find this fire within you to create the relationships that you want rather than stepping into a one where somebody has already created the rules. Okay? This is where the movement is coming. This is where your power is coming. This is where you're reclaiming and taking your control back. And this is where the deep healing is coming for you. Okay? You are no longer being told what to do. You are actually deciding what actually makes you happy, what gives you security, both emotional and spiritual as well. Okay, you're not going to settle anymore. You've had that. You don't want, when they talk about in Cockney rhyme and slang where they say the wife is trouble and strife. You don't want that anymore. Okay, like I say, your water signs, you're all about the fields. And it's the demand, that's what they're saying. I feel that the tears you have shed will turn to gold over this time. They will be golden. They are golden nuggets of wisdom. So when you look back at where you have been able to love even the coldest of hearts, you will see that that is a strength that you have, okay? But you don't want a cold, hard heart. You want a warm, loving, embracing heart exactly like what you have. And this is where they're going to ask you to look to your future. Once you see this, that is when you won't accept anything but, okay? It's not about safety or security here. It's about this feeling of being kind of full up, this feeling of this not feeling empty, not feel like you're giving and you're not taking, This isn't about somebody buying you presents or buying you flowers or whatever. That is not what you want. You want somebody who is showing up and owning themselves, somebody who is showing up and showing appreciation for you as well. And it's almost, this is where your boundaries need to come in here, because you've had enough pain, water signs. You've had enough. Your joy has been stripped for so long because you have put more energy into making other people happy at the cost of your own happiness. And this solar eclipse is going to bring this in where it's like, right, okay, the worm has turned. And if I'm not happy, then this is not where I want to be, because I can be happier on my own. So very, very very empowering this, but empowering with grace, I feel. You know, this is really seeing your own worth, seeing what you're worth, and knowing that you're enough, and not settling for anything less than what actually shows you that. Okay, if you're not appreciated, then that is not where you need to be. Okay, so this is it. But I feel old relationships are going to come maybe knocking at the door or into your mind or something like that, because it's wanting you to see where you've kind of been a bit of a pushover, and you have sacrificed your own needs and wants for that of another. Okay, so this is where your healing is coming in, water signs. But I love this, you know, it's really, really powerful, this. But like I say, see it all, you know, see it, hear it, whatever. There might be some strange conversations, there might be some uncomfortable conversations, even with yourself. But this is about owning it, okay? This is where your medicine lies, and this is where you will make the changes for your future. Spirit is spitting truth, it really, really is. It's truth, nothing but the truth. Oh. Right, okay. God, so warm today. This is insane. Right, okay, so Cancer, your spirit card is faith. And it says there are no obstacles in your way. Follow your heart. The path is safe. The way ahead clear. Have faith. So this is it. Have faith in spirit. Have faith in yourself. And have faith that you deserve to be loved in the way that you love. Okay, because that is what you put out, and don't accept anything less back. Okay, so that's where you're losing your energy. Right. I love the way spirit are talking now. And you know what? I'm really enjoying doing these more for the elements rather than the signs. I'm feeling that I have the time to go a little bit deeper with them. So, right, who do we have next? Who do I go for next? Air. That's what they're saying. So this is air signs. This is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And please look at your sun, moon as well. You know, this will make it easier if there's only 4 to go through. So, right, air signs. What is this solar eclipse bringing up for you? I can't believe that on my head, man. Look at that. You know? Bloody mosquitoes. Right, okay. So, air signs. Right, okay. Wow, there's so much fire coming in with this, which is strange because Gemini is an air sign, isn't it? But what this is saying to you here, air signs, is what is going to be highlighted for you over this time is your connection to money and finances, and how this has actually been a false sense of security within the past. Because what they're saying is, this could be like, you know, there might be some air signs. Sorry, I'm getting a real pain in my head there at the time. This is at the right-hand side. Right, what they're saying here is some air signs may have followed the father or the father line in order to do something that logically makes sense more than creatively makes sense. Now, I know when my daughter went to be an artist, it was what I'd studied. She got into uni, and my grandfather said, but she'll never make money as being an artist. And I said, but she'll make something that didn't exist in the world before she made it. You know, it's not about the money. And this is what I'm feeling for air signs here. So I feel that there might be an old thing of air signs who took a different route than they wanted to because of almost like a patriarchal system telling them that that is where they would be appreciated, or that is where they would be worth something, okay? So this empty seat that was unclaimed in the past is going to be presented again, okay? And I really feel this is a chance of, this is an opportunity, they're saying, not a chance, of you actually walking away from that which you have built. It's almost like I'm getting quite ivory tower here, you know? You might have the house, you might have the car, you might have all of this stuff that you set out to get, yet do you have that happiness? Is your soul on fire? Do you wake up every morning and like, right, okay, this is another day, you know, of me living the life that I choose to live? Or does this actually drain you? So this is what I'm saying. You got all of your ducks in a row, but what has that done? It's almost giving you, it's oppressed you more than oppressed you and depressed you, rather than actually give you the power and the magic that you actually done it for. If that makes sense. Sorry, they're speaking a little bit in tongues there. So what this is saying is, where you looked for safety and security is actually keeping you in more of a prison than you expected. So there's all of this like inner you wanting to burst out as well. Now, some of you, I don't know why they're saying this. This could even be down to certain exercise that you do, you know. It's almost like I'm seeing kind of family bubble, right? This family bubble where you will be happy if you do this. And going along with it because that is what is expected of you. That was the tradition. Everybody done this, you know. This is how our family ran. And this is saying that this was not you. None of these, so it's right, okay, this is it saying. It's asking you to look at the things and the structures within your life that are there now. Did you choose them, or were they chosen for you? Okay? And I feel this, it almost could be your relationship was chosen for you. Okay, now what it's saying is, in your future, they want you to have choice, okay? To not just be handed on a plate, there you go, that's what you're getting. And they're saying that air signs, this is where your problem has lain in the past, because you have allowed this. So this is where you're going to be faced with your truth, okay? Where you have let yourself down to try and appease and please others, okay? Where your life has been dictated to you rather than you actually creating it yourself. And where you have gone, right, I'm going to cut my emotions off, I'm going to go with my logic, and this is where I'm powerful. You've actually been leaking your power. So this solar eclipse is saying to you, whoa, it's time to kind of bite back. It's time for you. I'm getting kind of a bit of a David and Goliath feeling here, you know, where it's this kind of little boy that ends up defeating this huge giant, you know, and this is where the truth is coming in. This is, oh God, I'm getting goosebumps all over. This is where you're instantly, the anxiety or the worry or whatever you're feeling or have felt or have actually grown used to this, because this is a part of life. It's because you have been living somebody else's life. So any anxiety or anything like that that you're feeling, this has been trying to get your attention to say, this is not your way. You know, you're going in the way of somebody else. You're going in the way to try and say love. This could be mother, father, mate, a pater. I don't know why they're saying that. You're being pulled in the directions of both people. It's almost like you've been on a stretching rack. And now they're saying, no, this is where you don't have to cut off ties. you know, but you cut negative ties and you say, I am in charge of my own life. I am in charge of my own future. And I will make my security and I will make my own money doing what I love, not what you loved. Okay? So this is it. It's like, I don't need a badge of honor from you. I don't need that certificate to say I've graduated from the family hall of bloody fame. I'm going to go out and I'm going to make my own certificate. So this is where the changes are coming, you know, and your success will come when you step out of that fucking rat race that you were actually put on, and that hamster wheel that you were put on and you've been going on for years, okay? Your success will come when you step off that and you realize that it is not your job to live other people's dreams. Your job is to live yours, okay? So this is it, big lessons here. And you may need to leave some things behind, but this is the work that you're going to need to be doing. And this is what it's wanting you to do as well. It's almost like cut them parental strings. That's it. Cut them apron strings, you know, because this is your life and you're not going to get another one. And they're saying, the Gemini, you know this. Everything I'm saying here, they're saying they know it. And this is the reason that you have never found your true happiness that you have been searching for. Because your whole intent has been on making somebody else happy. And this is where this truth bomb is being blown into this, thrown into this at this moment. And it's boom. This is it. You know, I am going after what inspires me. You know, not what inspires you. And if you're disappointed from that, then you need to look at your own self and see where you are trying to live your life via me. Okay? So, that was a bit of a heavy one. Signs, but wow, I love it. I love it. I really love it. I'm going to pull you a spirit card as well. And then I'm going to have a bit of a drink. Damn, that's some tough. I can't even say it. Tough truth, isn't it? Ooh, wow. Right, okay. God, the shivers and the heat and everything. It's like I feel like I'm in a sauna and in an ice bath at the same time. Family asks me when I'm getting married all the time. Yeah. My stepdad had said that to my daughter the other day, like, where's Tanya? Oh, she's in Brazil. Oh, what's she doing in Brazil? I wish she would just get married and then I could stop worrying about her. My daughter was like, why does she need to get married? And he was like, well, then she would have somebody to look after her. My daughter was like, she looks after herself fine, you know? She really doesn't need that, you know? But if Johnny Depp or Russell Brand is watching and, you know, they have a proposal there, then, you know, I would seriously contemplate it. So, right, your spirit card for air signs is Moon Goddess. And this is saying a time of necessary upheaval is a blessing in disguise. As the dust settles, the gift reveals itself. So, as I said, there's going to be a truth bomb thrown into your world, okay? And it's going to be all cloudy and blah, what's going on? But when that dust settles, there's going to be that new road ahead for you. And like I say, I would just get on it and keep on walking and see what you can create. Because this is, it's kind of like, this is a new path for you, a completely new path. So right, I'm just going to have a couple of minutes and a glass of water here before I do the fire signs, because there was so much fire in all the other signs. God knows what's going to be in this one. I love that there was just a random dog behind you. Right, okay, so this is for fire signs with this solar eclipse. I like doing the readings in here, it's nice. Feels like a home again. And I'm thinking I may actually extend my stay in Brazil as well. I think that's kind of been coming to me this week, so I might see about staying for another 3 months, I think. Yeah, completely. The energies have been intense and amazing. This is it. It's crazy. It's crazy, you know. So, right, fire signs. Fire signs. I'm getting like this. What is that that's playing on my head there? It's a song playing. Um, I think it's Flashdance. What a feeling. What a feeling the song is coming there. I was getting all like proper kind of 80s rocky there as I was shaking my head. So maybe look back to the 80s, something in that, if you were around then. So right, okay, so fire signs, fire, whoa, 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 everything's falling all over. Yeah, this is it. You know, it's going to be a testing time for us. But remember, the Yogi Bhajan said, during these times of the age of Aquarius, a third will go mad or commit suicide, a third will die naturally, and the third that are left will be the teachers and the healers of this world. Okay? So it doesn't matter how challenging or whatever it is, we are all here with a purpose. And we are here to kind of shine our light so the people in the dark know where to go. This is what it's all about. You know, all these ceremonies we've done and these moon circles and these workshops and everything over the past years, this is why they are happening now. It's like we've been at boot camp, you know, and we have trust in spirit, we have faith in spirit, and we have to just trust that whatever is happening is exactly how it's meant to be. And that we are, in the words of Joan of Arc, I am not afraid. I was born to do this, okay? There's a reason why we are all incarnated at this time. There's a reason why we've been put on the path that we have. There's a reason why we've had the shit that we've had. And there's a reason why you're sitting listening to this video today, okay? Because this is it. It's our time. We have work to do, okay? But when we do this work on ourselves, that equips us to do it. And it doesn't matter what the external is happening. It can, you know, it can sway us, it can shake us. But we're like weebles. We might wobble, but we don't fall down, okay? So this is it. We're in this together. Okay? And it's like I say, it's exciting, it's shit, it's scary, it's invigorating, it's enthralling, you know? But this is what life is. This is the ride of life, you know, the roller coaster of life that we're on. It's the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, but it's all the thrill of the fair. Okay? So, yeah. Sorry about that. Fire signs, I'm going to read for you now. I got distracted there. So, right, fire signs, this solar eclipse. Right, fire signs, I feel some of you could have been having problems with your stomach or your digestive system in some way. What I'm feeling with this is it's almost like there's a ball of energy there that is old energy that is kind of matted, you know, like when we get like a hairball in a cat's throat or something. It's like that, and this needs releasing. Yeah, and it's trapped in there in some way. So it's interfering with your energy system in some way. Fire signs. Right, okay, how do we... Sorry, I just want to see how to get rid of this first because they've brought this straight into me. Right, okay. The way to get rid of this, I know this sounds really bizarre, fire signs. The way to get rid of this is either through the voice or through the hands, okay? When I say hands, I mean painting. Now, I don't feel with paints. I feel with fingers, finger pains like a child, right? Finger pains. And I feel singing. There's a level of the energetic release. You know, put your favorite song on, sing in the shower, sing in the car, put your favorite soundtrack on, you know, from your youth even, and dance around the house. Okay, this is all it needs. It just needs that little bit creative spirit to like kind of unlock this, okay? And what it's saying is this will be coming from a place of self-love for you when you do this, okay? Really allow yourself to slow down and relax as well. Give yourself time to relax rather than being on the go. All the other signs have got so much fire at the moment that it's okay for you to step back and almost be the observer, right? Now, we can learn, all of the other signs, we can learn so much from fire signs because fire signs are the doers, okay? They're the doers, they get shit done. But what it's saying is just take that little step back and realize, why do you always get shit done? You know, is this a form of self-love or is it a form of self-sabotage? Do you feel that achieving and being at the head of the game and being the winner and always being like that, do you feel that that is what gets you recognition and love? Because what they're saying here is it's playtime for you as well. You know, I'm almost seeing like quite an anarchy energy coming with this, with signs, and it's like, you know that song by Toya, I Want to Be Free, you know? Doesn't matter what clothes I wear, it doesn't matter whatever, I want to be free. And this, as I'm saying that, the card I pull is the Fool. And this is it. It's almost like I really want you to cut yourself some slack and realize that you will get more successful and you will get more shit done if you're taking time to play rather than just pushing on. Okay? You don't need to push through. Recognition will come when you are authentic. This is where your work needs to be. This is where your clearing of your thoughts needs to be as well, okay? Where you have been like on full power all of the time, in sport mode kind of thing, you know, like when you put a car in sport mode, they're saying to you, switch it down into cruise, okay? Switch it down into cruise. Take that time and that pressure off yourself, okay? You have everything in hand anyway. You know, this need for control is actually blocking your creativity as well. And it's blocking you from booming in the way that you should do. So what this is saying is, in your future, do you want to completely be in burnout, or do you want to stop and smell the roses for a while? You know, because yes, you may shine, but you're not shining half as bright because you're not giving yourself the time to do this. It's constantly on the go, on the go, on the go. Could also be a distraction from the past as well. Not wanting to feel, oh God, I'm getting right. Oh, like there, I got such a loud noise going through my head. There's something, some static energy, something that you're not wanting to see or hear. Okay, and this is why you don't stop. Again, I feel this could be from childhood. Some of you could have had quite a poverish, is poverish a word? Poverish childhood, and you have been determined to make yourself better. You know, I am not going to be without again. I am going to make myself better. And as I'm doing that, my fist is clenched really, really hard. So it's almost like you feel that you've had to fight through life and you're ready for that fight. It's like, bring it on. I'm ready for this, you know. I'm ready to take action. This is all stemming from old family wounds, I feel. And what they're saying here is your inspiration was cut off, okay? Because it was more what you were told you should aspire to be rather than what you were inspired to be. Wow. And this is saying, you know, if you've been feeling it lately, it's because you know that this is not how you're meant to be. You know that this doing is not working for you in the long run, okay? And it's now time to sit back. I'm getting there. Chop wood, carry water, you know, it's like that. You know, it's a time of non-doing for you, okay? This is where your magic lies. This is where your medicine lies as well. It's not about flying forward. Give yourself time to stop doing, because when you stop doing, you will be able to start creative thinking. So you don't have to act on every thought. You just have to give yourself time to create your thoughts as well. Okay? And it's like I say, it's work. You know, that's what you're getting. But this has also been your biggest source of pain as well. And your biggest source of betrayal. You know, this quest for power. And this need to be seen to be powerful. Yet when you kick back and you allow yourself and you go to the beach and you put your feet up and whatever, that is showing pure power. Now, some fire signs may be in quite a dark place at the moment. Some of you may be self-medicating with alcohol or recreational drugs or prescription drugs. I don't know. They're talking about this here. What they're saying is this is going to come up. Where is this need for validation and being known as the strong one? Where is this taking its toll on you? Where is this pressure getting too much for you? Okay, this is what's going to be highlighted with this solar eclipse. And it might be not what you haven't wanted to see before. It might be what you haven't wanted to share before. But what they're saying is this is a time of transformation for you fire signs. You know, you're doing all this, but you're not getting the benefits from it. You know, this is benefiting other people. This is your shadow side that's coming in. And it's like I say, it's about facing your own demons here. And taking the stress off yourself as well. And I want to say here, you know, that some people are so poor that all they have is money. And look, do you have real richness in your life? Would you say you have a rich life? You might have the lovely house, you might have the car, you might have the pool, you might have all of that. But does it bring you joy? Do you wake up every morning? Or are you like, right, okay, I've got to get something else done again. I've got to get something else. Or are you actually taking the time to enjoy what you have worked for so far? Okay, because what they're saying here, fire signs, is this is a time for you to really step into your imagination and your intuition. Okay, this is where you're needed. It's not about brute strength, it's about spiritual strength. This is what's coming in for you. If you're feeling unhappy and you're feeling drained, this is an opportunity for you to speak to your soul, to actually have that conversation and see, you know, what part of this doing that you do is actually needing healing, because that's what I feel. This is a time of being vulnerable. I feel for some of you, I don't know if you live in the country or live by the sea or whatever, but try and go somewhere where there's no air pollution, where there's no noise pollution, and just take a look at the stars. Realize, like, you know, how big this world and this galaxy is. Realize how insignificant we are within it, and really take that pleasure in being part of this. You know, allow yourself that pleasure rather than the pain. Now, some of you fire signs could meet somebody that is going to show you this new way of life. You know, they're going to unburden you from the worries. Some of you, like I say, this impoverished childhood is coming in, and how you had to keep filling that bank or filling that up in order to feel safe and secure. But if nothing changes, nothing changes. And this is asking you to just be in the world, to take in Like I say, the smell of the roses. You know how the air feels when you take it in your lungs. What it feels like to walk barefoot along a beach, to listen to the waves. See how powerful they are. And really, really take time to enjoy. Okay? To be in joy. Because this is where it's almost like you've been sacrificing yourself for the security of your future. And all it has done is actually added to all of the cards just fell there. And what they were saying there is it's added to your insecurity. So this house of cards is gonna fall, okay? But let it, because as it drops, you're gonna drop into your heart. There's a lot of emotions that you have that are gonna come to the surface, and allow them to come to the surface without the distractions. Once they're cleared, then you will have a clearer path ahead, okay? And you will be more successful and more powerful than you've ever been, okay? So I love this. I really love this. It's asking you to ground. You've really got to ground fire signs, you know, because there is more for you to create than what you are doing. And the only way you can create this is coming from your heart, okay? And yeah, I really, really love this. I really, really love this. So this moon, whatever shadow is coming up, this is a complete rebirth. And I want you to forgive yourself for the past, for being too hard on yourself, for being all go, go, go. You know, this is it. Go, 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 go. No, 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 no. I love how they come through with me with that. They're laughing there. Because this is it, you know, allow yourself to have fun, like real fun. And it doesn't matter, you know, whether you're drinking champagne out of a crystal glass or out of a paper cup, you know, drinking like Lambrini out of a paper cup. It's who you're there with. It's the experience that you're having. And it's the joy that you're taking from that moment. Okay? So I hope that makes sense, fire signs. And I'm just going to, all them cards are literally all over. I'm going to pull a spirit card for you as well. Right, spirit card for fire signs for this solar eclipse, please. Yeah, take time to breathe. I feel as well, fire signs, if any of you are interested in doing breath work, then try and do breath work as well, because I feel that this could almost take it into your lungs, you know, take time to breathe that fresh air, you know. That prana, really get it into you. Right, okay, so for fire signs, please. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right, there's too many fell out there, so I'm sorry, I'm going to put them back because I can't read that many. It kind of takes away from it, I think. So, right, okay. This is for fire signs, okay? Fire signs, relax and let these cards come out rather than trying to control. Right, am I back? If I'm back, could somebody please tell me that I'm back, because it said that I'd cut off. And now it's saying that I'm back on, so please, I'm back. Right, okay, brilliant, brilliant, because I'm nearly finished. Sorry about that. Right, so this is for fire signs, the spirit card, and what it says is your inner light shines when you are at peace with yourself and the world around you. Let go of the struggle and feel the beauty inside of you. Allow all to just be and just be you. I mean, you know, they show off all of the time. You couldn't write this. This is exactly what I've just said. Okay, so your power comes, fire signs, when you're just being you and when you're just being. Okay, remember, we are human beings, not human doings. Okay, so I'm going to pull one spirit card for the collective, for the whole lot, and I really hope you've enjoyed that reading. I really enjoyed it today. And thank you for the energy that I've got back on that as well, because it's I really feel energized with it, so I really appreciate that. Oof. So right, this is a collective message for this solar eclipse. And then, right, instinct. What this says is follow your natural instincts. You are making the current issue more complicated than it needs to be. Trust in the universe. Allow your intuition to guide you. You are always safe. And they're saying one more. And a tarot card they're saying as well, right? Okay. They're saying they give me a little bit of slack by not doing all of the signs, so I've got to do these. Right, one more spirit card, please. Oh, there you go. Right, and this one says flame of love. Allow the infinite power of love within you to radiate unconditionally in all directions, yet stand tall in your sense of self and in your own truth. The healing power of love will help you burn through all illusion, and you will discover new possibilities. This is a powerful time of transformation, ideas, and creativity, okay? So this is like instinct, intuition, and love. That is where we need to be. You know, this is it, our crown and our heart. That's it, you know, that is where we're really going to shine. And one tarot card as well, they want me to pull. So yeah, we've got to remember love, you know. And yes, the world is crazy at this moment, but the second we go into worry and fear, we're stepping out of love, okay? And it's hard to love, you know, but it's... Don't love what they do, okay? Love them on a soul level and know that everybody who crosses your path is there for a reason. They are there as a teacher, okay? They are. And thank them for what they've taught you, okay? You know, give love to that part of it. You don't have to love that person, you know, but you can love that soul, because that soul signed a contract with you before they came down, and all they are doing is completing their contract with you and giving you the lessons that you need to learn, okay? And that deserves love. That deserves love, because, you know, you will be changed because of that person. And that's exactly what they're here to do. And if we're not in love, then we cannot be in love, you know? If we're not in love, we're in fear. We're in some sort of fear. So look at that place that is scared about loving that person. What is the pain there? What is the pain point? What does it remind you of? Because that is something from the past that actually needs your attention and needs your love and care as well. So right, come on, one tarot card, please. I think that's the Ten of Cups. So this is it, you know, when we make peace with our past, with our childhood, with whatever, okay, all of us would change our childhood. All of our parents would change their childhood if they could. Our children would change their childhood if they could. But when we make peace with it, and we see, as I've just said, you know, that we chose our parents. We chose them to learn the lessons that we needed to learn. And love them from that level. You know, see them as they were just wounded children too. See the lessons that we've gained from them. And realise that everything has been working in complete and utter harmony. This card, I always call it the "and they all lived happily ever after" card. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful card. It's harmony. It's seeing that life is exactly how it's meant to be. You know, this is exactly how it's meant to be, where we're here to enjoy life, not endure life. You know, and often we can make this hard for ourselves. But when we realize that we have everything, you know, inside of us, You know, we are mother, we are father, we are lover, we are child, we are mystic, we are human. We are all of this, you know, and all of these facets of us are working in harmony with themselves at all times. So this is when we realize that we lack nothing, okay? We have everything that we need, you know? This is what is happening with this age of Aquarius. This is what this solar eclipse is wanting to bring into us. You know, if we think of the song by the Fifth Dimension, you know, harmony and understanding. When we understand something, that's when we can harmonize with it. And all of us work together. If you think of singers, when they do harmonies, you cannot do a harmony alone. You need others in order to do that, you know? So we are able to see the wonders of the world by looking through the eyes of others. We need other people. We need them to teach us lessons. We need them to show us what we don't want. We need them to connect with us in order for us to feel whole. And this is where we will leave our legacy for the next generations. This is what we're here to do. So we need harmony and understanding of ourselves, of our lives up to date, and our lives of what will be. You know, this is what we've got to do. We've got to come from that place of compassion, not from that place of fear or lack or anything like that. You know, we've got to be in our heart at all times. And this is what this solar eclipse is showing us. But we've got to remove the fragments of the fractured parts of our past. As I said, we need to take these resentments and everything out of our heart, because we cannot be fully in love and in that state of love and see the beauty in the world when there are blockages there. So it's remove them blockages. This is what the solar eclipse is going to do, you know, and it's going to let love in. That's it. So that's the message I feel for this, you know. Do all things with great love and let love in. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Like I say, it's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride, but it is essential. And I hope that is giving you a little bit of guidance to help you through this. Yeah, we're all in this together. We are, you know. We are all one, as they say. So, yeah, I'm sending you so much love and so much strength as well. You know, we will get through this, okay? There's no other option. We're going to get through this, you know, and one day we will sit back and we will look at it and go, we made it. Honestly, I feel like I've run a marathon there today. My hair and everything is soaking. I think I'm going to go and jump in the pool. So, yeah, one love. That's it. What is it Bob Marley said? Oh, let's get together and it'll be all right. So that is it. One love. Satnam. And Satnam, when I say Satnam, means truth is my name. Truth is my identity. Okay? So love and truth. Oh, how do I turn this off?